Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be installing some Underdrive pulleys. This is the Underdrive alternator pulley, and this is for the water pump. So 2 pulleys to underdrive the system and give you a little extra horsepower. One more thing I'll be adding under here is some engine mount inserts. They're polyurethane and they're much stiffer than this. See how there's a lot of gaps in here? So this causes the engine to flex a lot, which can make you miss some shifts, especially when you're driving at higher RPMs. So I'm going to be using this for the rear engine mount only because I don't want to introduce too much vibrations in the cabin. So let's also see if just the rear engine mount inserts causes any vibration in the cabin. Right over there is the alternator pulley. To take out the alternator pulley, you need a 22mm socket, and I use an impact wrench to get it out. You can fit an impact wrench in here. There's plenty of space to get that pulley out. For the water pump pulley, it's just 4 10mm bolts, it looks like, and you can get that from the bottom of the car. Alright, so I got the alternator pulley off and the water pump pulley. This is the alternator pulley and the water pump pulley. Let's go ahead and compare them to the upgraded, lighter weight Underdrive pulleys. So the water pump pulley is larger diameter, but it's much lighter than this one, which is pretty heavy. This one's also a larger diameter compared to stock, but this one is much heavier and this one is much lighter, made out of aluminum. So the lighter pulleys are also larger, meaning you'll be underdriving your accessories, which increases the life of the alternator and the water pump, and also gives you a little more power. They claim 2 to 3 horsepower. I don't know if you can really tell or the difference, but I will let you guys know when we take it for a drive. Alright, so we just installed the new belt, which is about 2 inches longer. There's the water pump pulley right there with the rusted middle bolt. 4 10mm bolts hold it in place for the water pump pulley. And then right above it in the middle there is the alternator pulley, which you can see better from the side of the car. But they're both aluminum lightweight, so hopefully it'll give us a little bit better of a driving experience. The new belt pops in easily. The tensioner shock is right over there, and all you have to do is just jack it up with the jack handle, and that'll loosen these belts here to make it easier to install and remove it. So now I'm just going to put the under tray back on and put the wheel back together, and then we'll go ahead and give it a start and see how it drives. Alright, new motor mounts in, first cold start of the day. Let's see how it sounds. Okay, so I already feel a little bit of vibration on my bottom of my seat, but not too bad overall. Let's see if it passes the wife test. Do you feel any extra vibrations?
Yeah.
Where?
Here?
Yep, on the bottom of the seat. But overall, it's not too bad. I thought it would be a little worse. I thought there would be rattling everywhere in the dash. But honestly, this is pretty livable. I don't really feel any rattle, or I don't hear any rattles. I just feel a little bit more vibration on the bottom. And this is cold start, so it should settle a little bit later. Let's put on the AC because it's hot today. All right, with the AC on, a little bit of extra rattles, a little bit of extra vibration, but nothing too unbearable. Nothing louder than the radio if you were to put the radio on. But there is some kind of a rattle back here somewhere. Okay, so first impressions for the new pulleys are that it's easier to drive in lower gears. It feels less likely to stall or struggle. And the engine mounts makes shifting more crisp. Downshifts are also more accurate. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, I will say for sure. I think the pulleys are worth it. It's definitely not a huge increase, but it is noticeable when you're driving normally, like first gear and reverse gear just feel less likely to stall. Like I said, it's easier to drive and it feels more, the engine just feels like it's revving a little quicker. I think the pulleys and the rear engine mount are specifically worth it for driving. It's definitely not going to give you huge gains, but I think it's worth it just for the ease of driving a manual car. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video. Have a good afternoon.